The Ride Home Rants podcast is brought to you by Reaper Apparel Company. Reaper Apparel offers a casual line of superb fit, finish, and comfort. We design for those who refuse to die slowly and choose to live untamed. For those who aren't afraid to face the dark, for the ones that thrive in it, and for those who can appreciate life through a grim lens. That's Reaper Apparel Company. Go to the link in the description of this episode, use the promo code Mike Bono, and get 10% off. Also, the Ride Home Rants podcast is brought to you by Tactical Brotherhood, all American-made apparel, which helps support the Second Amendment. You can also find all this in the description of this episode with the link Tactical Brotherhood. Part of every proceed does go to helping veterans. It is a very good cause. All American-made products made right here in Minnesota. Go and check them out. Use the promo code PATRIOT15 to get 15% off your purchase. The Ride Home Rants podcast wants to thank you for listening and let everybody know that we do offer monthly subscriptions to help support the show in other ways other than listening and downloading each episode. What you will get with each subscription is you will get bonus episodes that aren't released to everybody. You will also have a chance to ask me anything each and every month where I will put out a special episode just to answer your questions. You will also get more exclusive content that is not released to everybody. To subscribe to the show, go and click on the link in the description of this episode, and I look forward to your added support and to help us keep this show going. The Ride Home Rants podcast is also brought to you by Buddy's Beard Care. Buddy's Beard Care provides premium men's grooming products at an affordable price. Products are made in Ohio, and Buddy's Beard Care supports local. The majority of our supplies are from other Ohio-based companies. You can find them on social media at Buddy's Beard Care or online at buddysbeardcare.com. Use the promo code BONO15 and he will save you 15%. I've been using these products for a little over 6 months now, and my beard has never felt healthier. It has never grown faster, and according to my wife, it has never felt softer. Also, the Ride Home Rants podcast is brought to you by former guest of the show in Matt Landowski in Sweet Hands Sports. Elevate their game with Sweet Hands Sports. Our sports gloves are designed for champions, providing ultimate grip and durability. Achieve greatness with every match. Choose Sweet Hands Sports for the winning edge. Grip your victory at sweethandsports.com. Use the promo code BONO10 and he will save you 10%. He has sent me a complimentary pair of golf gloves. They are so comfortable, durable, and breathable. You won't find a better pair of gloves out there. Again, sweethandsports.com, promo code BONO10. Lastly, the Ride Home Rants podcast is brought to you by Deemed Fit, a clothing company from first responders for first responders. These products are so comfortable. They look great. They have great messages on them. They are provided to support first responders, especially those who worked through COVID. All of the proceeds are going to helping veterans and first responders with their mental and physical health. This is a great cause. I support anything that has to do with our first responders and our veterans. Again, deemedfit.co, promo code Mike Bono will save you 20%. Now, let's start the show. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Ride Home Rants podcast. This is, as always, your host, Mike Bono. I got a great and annual episode for us. We are going to be talking all things Easter with the holiday coming right around the corner here. And being this Sunday, we're going to see what everyone's traditions are. We do have a panel of guests. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Guys, when you introduce yourself, I need your name. What was your favorite TV show growing up? And did you, at any point in your life, play an instrument? And Matt, we're going to start with you.
Sure. My name is Matt Aldermore. Favorite TV show growing up was the A-Team. And I played the guitar for about 1 week in college until I realized it wasn't going anywhere.
Gotcha. No worries. A-Team, it's a solid show. Absolutely, for sure. Next on the list, we have Bob.
Bob Nizel. Favorite TV show was the animated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I played the trombone and tuba.
Trombone and tuba. And can't go wrong with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for sure. Next on the list, we got Brennan.
My name is Brennan Seacrest. Favorite TV show growing up. Probably I'm a little bit different generation, even though 18 was still on. Probably Drake and Josh for me. And then recently, within the past couple of years, I just picked up the guitar. So still working on that. I made a little further than a week, but believe me, it's nothing to be. It's more of a campfire play than it is a get on stage and play. So yeah.
Gotcha. And rounding out our panel of guests, we got Brandon Wiley.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Brandon. Favorite TV show growing up was Martin. Martin, all of my stuff. And I played the drums for 2 weeks, and that was it.
Drums for 2 weeks. I got you. All right. As everyone knows, Mike Bono here. Favorite TV show growing up? I mean, it was any Saturday cartoon that we had on back in the 90s. Big Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan. Big Power Ranger fan too as well. I actually was like a part of their fan club in the 90s. It was a weird time. And I have played the guitar since I was in freshman in high school. I still pick around with it every now and again when I can, when my schedule allows me to, or when the power decides to go out and there's no electricity, nothing else to do. I pick up the guitar and play for the family. But not as much as I used to. I did get on stage a little bit with it. So I've been playing for a little while, but yeah, now more of just a hobby than actually playing an instrument. But we're going to get into this show here, and we're going to talk all things Easter coming up with the holiday. And Wiley, we're going to start with you here, and it is one word to describe Peeps is...
One word to describe Peeps?
Yeah.
Disgusting.
That's a solid word for that. You can't, yeah. Not, yeah. I'll give my thoughts here in a second. But Brennan, what about you?
Gross. They got a weird texture. I'm not against marshmallows, but yeah, I don't know about Peeps.
I got you, Bob. What about you?
Terrible.
All right. I'm glad we're getting different words to say the same thing, but man, let's round us out here.
I'm going to say expensive.
Expensive, yeah.
We got two Easter baskets. We're in the process here after we're done recording, putting together. Expensive now. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, awful comes to mind for me. Yeah, I just Peeps are just absolutely disgusting, and I hate having to buy them for my son because he absolutely loves them. And it's, dude, why? They're so gross. I'm all for marshmallows, but get me over a campfire and s'more them things up. Other than that, yeah, no, Peeps, not a go for me. And Matt, with that being said, what is your favorite Easter candy?
Jelly beans. Jelly beans? I guess I'll say it as a statement. Jelly beans. Jelly beans.
I was just saying that was more of a question than it was an answer. Bob, what about you?
The last few years, Starburst jelly beans specifically.
Starburst jelly beans, those are fire. I'm a huge fan when they came up with the Starburst jelly beans. Brennan, what about you?
I don't know if it's for you guys, but every Easter I'm more of a Saris guy. It's kind of like the splurge kind of chocolate. If we're eating chocolate, I'm eating Saris. Maybe it's more of a PA Pittsburgh type deal. I'm not sure exactly where they're all at, but God, I love a good Saris egg or a Saris chocolate bar. That's pretty.
No, that's definitely a Pittsburgh staple with Saris. I can't find. I moved to Central Ohio and I can't find it anywhere down here. It's absolutely infuriating me that I can't find Saris chocolate anywhere. But Wiley, what about you?
Give me a Reese cup Easter egg any day. That's my go-to.
I got you.
I got a weakness for Reese cups, and the Easter egg one is just, I don't know. It's something about it. It's different.
Dude, anything Reese's for me. is a go. I could live on Reese's for sure. But me, Cadbury eggs. You get me a good Cadbury egg, the caramel in it. Oh yeah, They sell out so fast down here. Like that's another thing that is just like you got to get it at the right time down here near Columbus. But yeah, give me a good Cadbury egg.
I feel like that's the best Easter candy is just the stuff that goes on sale as soon as it's over.
Yeah, 100%. I'm waiting for it next week.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You hit the
it's
stores,
going
that's
down.
The best candy is the cheap candy.
I'm going to be 400 pounds next week with all the cheap candy I'm going to be eating for sure. But Wiley, let's go with you. What will you be eating this Easter? Do you have any type of special meals that you eat on Easter?
Not particularly. I think we do pastas. It kind of varies. It depends on where we're at. Pasta is always one dish. Chicken. We kind of just go back and forth with different stuff. We don't have like a set thing.
I got you. But Brennan, what about you?
Yeah, same here. Nothing extravagant. Honestly, my mom is who cooks the dinner, and she was just asking me the other day actually if I wanted something specific, and I was like, as long as it's a normal spread. I mean, if it's got, you know what I mean, you got your greens, whether it's mac and cheese or cheesy potato, doesn't matter. Just put it in front of me. That's about it.
Yeah, my wife is still shocked after almost 10 years. That's just like, you're just not picky when it comes to eating. And I was like, just put food in front of me. It'll disappear. I guarantee it every time. Bob, what about you? Any special foods for Easter?
Yeah, we do the Bosca bread, like the sweet bread. I prefer it with raisins as opposed to without. Fresh kielbasa, we make that for Easter. Ham as well. Pierogies, have all that. And then, there's always other vegetables and other mains and things to go along with it. So that's every year.
Gotcha. Never thought about kielbasa for Easter. That I need to add that to the repertoire for sure. But Matt, what about you?
A couple years back, I did a brisket and it was a big hit. So for about the past 3 years, I'm going to be smoking a brisket for about 12 hours or so. Excited about that, but have to give a shout out right now. The main thing we're going to be having is it's my daughter's birthday this year on Easter. So we're going to be having some birthday cake. So got to give a shout out to Trudy here on the podcast.
Absolutely. I was actually born. It was Easter Sunday. It fell on March 26th. Hasn't happened yet. Every time it's supposed to fall, it happens to be a leap year and it misses my birthday every time it happens. But yeah, my parents said I was the reason they stopped having kids because every kid was born on a holiday. My one sister was Mother's Day. My oldest sister was St. Patrick's Day, and I was on Easter. So we just can't have another holiday with, with another kid. And I was the biggest one, so they just stopped at almost 9 pounds. They stopped having.
That's a really good excuse they were giving you too.
That's 100%. I just ruined everything. This is what the nice way of what they're telling me is 100%. Yeah, you screwed it up. We had 2 girls, and then we had you, and then that's just not going to go over well. But we always have ham every year. We always have a ham, and it depends on where we're having the holiday. If if it's our year up home in West Virginia with my family, obviously coming from an Italian family, we have the pastas and all the Italian fixings. On the Irish side with my wife, a lot of hams, greens, everything like that. But it's all good no matter where it goes. My wife does most of the cooking on this side of the family, so can't complain. She's a hell of a cook. There's a reason I've gained 60 pounds since I've met her, and it's not just because I'm getting older. It's because she's a hell of a cook. That's first and foremost. But Matt, what are your thoughts about people and families going out to eat on Easter to like a restaurant or anything like that? Do you agree with that, or is it more like, hey, let's have something at the house?
I don't know. Once I had kids, I never had any desire to leave the house for any holidays, as you could probably attest to, Mike Bono. But yeah, I don't really subscribe to it. Maybe an Easter brunch because people leave in church, but Never done it. Actually, I don't know a lot of people that do it nowadays, so it's not really ever been a big deal or something that I really subscribe to be honest.
Yeah, you can't. I don't agree with going out to eat on any holiday for that. Like you said, if you're leaving church, you want to go get a brunch or something. I'm okay with that. But dinner, like it's family time. We're gonna have it at the house. We're all gonna be together. I know that's an unheard thing nowadays with everyone congregating at one house. And, just being with family seems to be a lost art. And being a paisan, family's everything. We're always together, all 16 of us in my immediate family for every holiday that we can. So yeah, it's always a big tradition for us to all get together. We don't get together as much as we like to. So that's first and foremost. But Bob, what about you? You restaurant or are we at home?
There was 1 year with my wife's side that I don't remember all the circumstances, but we ended up going out. Like, we knew in advance, made reservations, went out for a nice sit down dinner. It was nice. It was a different experience. There were no dishes, but overall, no, it's always been at home, for both sides, so yeah.
I got you. Brennan, what about you?
I feel like it's different, like maybe a different family dynamic. I could see it happening, or maybe a family that has to travel a lot, depending on what, you know what I mean, in terms of other people. But I couldn't imagine doing that whenever, like you said, it's family time. You know what I mean? It's not really something that you would want to go out for. But I could see if somebody's on the road or whatever, and if somebody had a job or anything like that had to work over Easter, I could see maybe going out instead of eating like a hotel or something like that. So, but now, we're always just my immediate family, and that's it.
Yeah, I get that. If you're out working.
Yeah.
I luckily haven't had any shows on any type of holiday where I had to be traveling or anything like that. So, but yeah, I get it. But Wiley, what about you?
Me personally, I like to be in with family, but I mean, there's been those times where you pivot and you're like, let's just go out and try it. I mean, I'm not opposed to it, but I prefer to be home. But everybody lives their life. Whatever works for everybody. Home is where the heart is. So as long as everybody's together and good and happy, that's all that matters.
Very true. I can't disagree with that too as well. But yeah, I don't think that but just, I don't even remember a time where like that was a thought for us though. You know what I mean? Like that's just the way. But we grew up. But I mean, to each their own. If anybody goes out, I mean, more power to you. Bob, I do like the no dishes part. That's a phenomenal aspect of it. I never really thought of that. Like, oh, hey, no cleanup. We just pay, go home, and relax. So yeah,
I feel like it'd be a challenge to find a place that's open. Honestly,
yeah,
not as much as you think. I mean, I feel like places are trying to advertise. I mean, more so the brunches early, but places will say, "Hey, Easter dinner, come." I don't know. It surprises me.
I think catering is probably a big one. I always see people trying to cater for holidays, whether it's anything local or whatever. At least they're open until a certain time to cater, to make food to send home to people.
Yeah, catering. I mean, I could see maybe getting something catered in, for sure. But yeah, just leaving. That was just never ever really a thought for us. But Wiley, on this one, as we know, Easter is a holiday that is not the same every year like every other main holiday. Do you have a preference when Easter falls on? Like it could be like late March, or into we're into April now, mid-April. Is there a certain time that you prefer to have Easter?
Yeah, I guess I always felt like, at least in my mind, I always felt like Easter was always in April. So when it is in March, it throws me off a little bit. But so I don't know. April just feels right. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I think it's interesting, but I just remember a lot of my fondest memories of Easter were like, I feel like it was in the month of April. So I guess if I had a preference, I'd say I like it when it's in April, closer to spring. The weather gets a little bit nicer. So
I got you. Yeah, I can see that. Brennan, what about you?
Yeah, it was a good answer out of Brandon, but no, I'm honestly, probably up until last week, I kind of completely forgot that it was even this week. So no, I don't have a preference. It's wherever it falls. I think this show kind of gave me a good. Whenever I was looking at the calendar, I was like, all right, it's the week before Easter. So if it weren't for this show, I don't think I would have even known a couple months in advance. But it's something that I kind of didn't really pay attention to be honest. It's just something. Whenever it falls, and that's when I'll shut down for the weekend, for Good Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday. But yeah, it's nah.
I'm with you on that one. I can never remember when it falls. It was funny actually because my parents texted me last weekend and they're like, "Hey, what are your plans for Easter?" And my response was, "When the hell is Easter?" Like I don't know when it actually falls. She's like, my mom was like, "It's next Sunday, Michael." Like I was like, "Oh, yeah, this is our year to." To be in Ohio, so we're gonna be here. But thank you for reminding us that it's next week, for sure. But Bob, what about you?
I mean, I don't necessarily have a preference on the date, just that whatever day it is, the weather's nice, so you can be outside a bit. Easter egg hunts, things of that nature. So that's the only thing that matters.
Yeah, for sure. Matt, what about you?
Well, like I said, it's my daughter's birthday, and she was actually born on Easter, April 20th, almost 11 years ago, I guess. So I kind of like that. We can kind of wrap kind of two festivities into one. But I got to tell you, as a teacher, holy moly, these late Easter days, we haven't had a weekday off since President's Day, and man, oh man, kids really let you know it. So I don't know, I'm a little torn. We need to get this little break here real quick.
Yeah, I got you. Here, they're actually making up snow days, so they lost a little bit of their Easter break. Because apparently here in Muskingum County, if there's a dusting of snow, they're just like, let's just shut it down for the day. Like none of us want to be out in this. And like Brennan, I grew up where you were there in West Virginia. You weren't getting. There better have been a foot of snow on the ground, and then they'll be like, 2 hour delay. Suck it up. Get in here. Let's go. We're learning today. Like so.
2011, I think we had like 2 or 3 feet, and they were like hesitant to even, you know what I mean? We were end up shutting down for, I don't even know. I was young. Hell, I was probably in kindergarten or so at the time. But yeah, I remember that it was really hard for them to shut down for even that amount of time. There was 2-3 feet on the ground.
Way to make me feel old. I remember exactly what you were talking about. I was in college when that happened, and they shut it down for a week. We called it Snowmageddon. Because they were sending people home if they lived close enough to get home from college. And they looked at me, they're like, "You live like 20 minutes away." I was like, "Yes, but my truck can't get out of that spot. So it's snowed in. So I'm hunkering down here." And so, yeah, but yeah, I mean, yeah, he was supposed to be, today was supposed to be his last day before break, and he has to go to school tomorrow. They get Good Friday, and I think they're giving him that Monday off after Easter Monday. But yeah, so they lost a little bit of their break, which, I mean, I get it. You got to make up days, but like cutting into like Easter break and stuff like that, it is what it is. But alrighty, Matt, is it weird to take pictures with the Easter Bunny? Let's just get that out, like the Santa Claus thing. Is it weird that we're taking pictures with the Easter Bunny?
Yes, 100%. There's my answer. Yes, it is weird. It is weird.
Just like short, sweet, to the point. Bob, what about you?
I would concur, especially since the Easter Bunny is like human size and not the size of like a regular rabbit.
Yeah. Brennan?
I never really thought about it, to be honest. I mean, you bring it up, and I guess that is. I mean, it's just you kind of know it's a human. You know what I mean? I guess, do you know the human is the better question. If you're going to a mall, maybe that is a little bit, but I don't know. I guess in a young kid's mind, you know what I mean? It's innocent, but as you get older, you're starting to wonder, like, yeah, it's a little off. You know what I mean?
100%. Wiley, the one with the young kids here that you're with, is it weird if they're taking pictures with the Easter Bunny?
I think we decided to pass on it this year because I think we were talking about it and thinking about it, and like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. The bunny it just looks weird. It looks like a stressed out. All the mall bunnies look stressed out. And I don't know. It did just look deranged and weird. So I'm not a fan. let's just stick to Santa Claus. You know, we can leave the Easter Bunny alone for pictures.
I couldn't agree more. In one year, when my nephews were real young, I was in high school, and my parents made me dress up as the Easter Bunny for my nephews, and I'm pretty sure it scarred them for life. A 6'5" bunny without the ears, like just walking towards them, like that kind of, I think, ruined them for the Easter Bunny. But yeah, like I had like I didn't even know what to do being the Easter Bunny. Like, at least it's Santa, you know, like what to do if you're being Santa Claus for like a holiday party or anything. But like the Easter Bunny, like, does he talk? Is like, you know, is it a bunny that talks? Now you got this giant man-sized bunny that's talking to you, coming at you. Like, I don't get it. I don't think we've ever done it with my son, taking pictures with the Easter Bunny. It's always been like, yeah, you'll get your basket at Easter time on Easter Sunday, and then we'll go to dinner and we'll call it a day. Yeah, I never understood taking. My sister was all for it this year with my niece. Oh, then posting pictures. Oh, she got pictures with the Easter Bunny, and I get she's 5, but like, all right, like let's calm it down with sitting on the Easter Bunny's lap and taking pictures in the mall with the Easter Bunny. I don't agree with it. This year, though, while you know pro sports will actually be played on Easter, you know, what are your thoughts on having sporting events on Easter?
Bono, can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Yeah. But you know, pro sports are actually being played this year on Easter. You know, what are your thoughts on having pro sporting events on Easter Sunday?
You know, I didn't even really think about that, to be honest with you. I think it's just because I typically don't watch sports on Easter, to be honest. I think it's cool, man. I love sports, so I'm always game. I think there's always like a nice tradition or a fellowship that comes with, you know, holidays, getting together and watching games. Obviously, I'm big, you know, for Thanksgiving. I'm big on football. Just kind of eat and hang out. So I'm all for it.
Okay. Brennan, what about you?
By this time of year, I'm really draft mode for the NFL and everything like that. So, what is it? Golf golf's probably one, right? RBC Heritage, is that being played on Easter?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the final round of that. I'm pretty sure there's a couple NBA playoff games that are going to be played. I think the NHL playoffs are about to start. I think there's one or two more regular season games, and then yeah.
I would say, I couldn't imagine that there's a problem with. I love just golf on the TV in the background, so I have full stomach like that. You know what I mean? You're already cashed out with the plate, and you got golf on. I don't really see. If there's sports on Christmas, there can be sports on Easter.
Yeah. All right. Bob, what about you?
Yeah, like Brennan just brought up, there's sports on Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's Day. Why is Easter, different, I guess, in terms of sports being played? The fact that, you have family together, something in the background. So,
yeah, I'm for it. But Matt, what about you?
Well, I'm a little bit older than I think all of you guys here, but growing up, I remember being a little kid. That was really the only time we ever watched golf, and that was it. That was the Masters was Easter, and since they changed up golf, it just kind of ticks me off. They have the Memorial Tournament in Columbus by where you're at, and it's not on Memorial Day.
Yeah,
it's they changed up the schedule, and I just remember being a young kid watching the Masters, the final round of the Masters, in the evening. That was kind of an Easter tradition, and then because of schedules or whatnot, it falls whenever it falls now, and it's kind of just disappoints me. I try to go back to days gone by, and it's just disappointing. So I won't watch any other sports.
No, I get it. I can remember one year the Masters, the final round of the Masters, being on Easter Sunday, and my dad having it on in the background. We're a big sports family. I love all sports. Huge hockey fan, football. Can't really get into the NBA as much anymore. It's not what it used to be. So yeah, I mean, I may watch the NBA finals, but that's about it. And I could care less what happens there. But yeah, I mean, sports is typically always on in my house. I mean, hell, I start every day at 5:30 a.m. with a cup of coffee and Sports Center on. So I mean, why should Easter be any different? Me start my day, cup of coffee, get my sports in, and let's get the day started. But yeah, I mean, I think it'll be interesting having playoff games a little bit more on the line if the NBA is playing games on then, and especially with the NHL too as well. I mean, yeah, I don't see a problem with it, but golf's definitely one of those ones you put on the background after a good meal. Something you could fall asleep to, wake up, still know what's going on, and not really miss much. I like those kinds of sports. Those are it for me. But Matt, would you ever consider taking a vacation during Easter weekend?
No, I mean, I'm kind of turning into a homebody, but yeah, I mean, really, I guess I'm not the person to ask because happy wife, happy life. So
100%.
she's the one to ask. I'm open for anything. So if she says, "Hey, let's take off and go to Vegas," I'm all for it. If she wants to go to the beach, I'm all for it. Disney, whatever. Yeah, that's kind of her avenue there. So I really can't answer because I don't have a choice.
You're not wrong at all. I learned very early on growing up in a house full of women with me and my dad looking like Bart and Homer. Basically said, hey, you can be right or you can be happy. You choose what life you want to live, and I'm the happiest person on the planet. So I don't make many decisions. I get that, but Bob, what about you?
I mean, I'm kind of leaning towards being at home for the different stuff, whether it's Good Friday services, Easter Sunday mass, stuff like that. I don't know. Vacation's nice too. I mean, I guess if I could hit those things wherever I'm going, maybe I would, but it's not something in the near future, anything that I'm pondering or have ever done.
Yeah. Brandon, what about you?
Tradition isn't a huge thing for us. So as long as I have my family, I think I could really anytime, any place, anywhere, because that's what it's holidays for us is about, is just spending time with the family. So as long as I got them with us, I mean, I've never really done any vacations like to the beach or anything outside of summer. Up until about 2 years ago, we went to Florida for New Year's and stuff. I don't see as long as I got my family, I guess it really doesn't matter. But yeah, there's not too many tradition things that would hold us down here, but it always just works out that we're always home.
I got you. Yeah, for sure. Wiley, what about you?
Oh yeah, I'll take a vacation anytime. So it doesn't really matter if like you said, like everybody else has been saying, especially too if you're just with your family and there's something important about sticking with it, people during the holidays, sticking with your family, your friends, your loved ones. So yeah, as long as it's with family, people I love, care about, yeah, sign me up for a vacation.
I mean, I definitely get it. A vacation is never a bad thing in my eyes, getting to relax, but definitely family needs to be involved around the holidays. So if it's all of you going together, then I mean, I guess I really don't see a problem with it, especially if it's just a weekend trip, not like going for like the whole week or anything like that. So I can get it. And I mean, hell, right now I work in a rental car industry, and there's so many people traveling for the holiday, for the weekend. So people are doing it. It's not unheard of. But yeah, as long as it's family together, I mean, I'm all for it. And Wiley, we're gonna end the show here with this question here. But is there a particular Easter that stands out to you that you would like to share with everybody? Like, did anything memorable happen or anything like that?
That's a great question. I from at least from my childhood, I feel like everything's always nostalgic and everything was always a memory. You know what I mean? It's just
Right.
I had so many great Easters. I think these days, it's just I feel like every year with my kids and my family and my lady is just creating traditions and doing new things. It's always those are my favorite times now. Especially building a family and And again, just building off of our traditions that we had, and again, creating new ones. So I don't really have a specific one. It's just been over the past, like I said, 7 years since my son was born, and then I have a 7-month-old daughter. So just making new memories. It's her first Easter, so this one will for sure be memorable too.
Yeah, you can't top the first ones. But Brennan, what about you?
I feel like I'm honestly blessed to say that I don't have any memories, because I feel like sometimes if it's a memory, and not always, obviously there's always good memories, but if it's any good memory, then it's like nostalgic of waking up and going and finding your Easter basket whenever you're a kid. But any time now, if I had an Easter memory, it'd probably be something bad. So I'm blessed to say I don't really have too many great Easter memories. But no, yeah, like Brandon had said, he kind of said like the nostalgia of it, and just looking forward to better Easters with more family, I guess.
No, I got you for sure. Bob, what about you?
So date me a little bit, I guess. But I guess traditionally the Easter Bunny in my family gave, like a modest basket. You had like an outfit to wear. It was kind of nice, wear later on in spring, some candy, some small, game or something for the family. I don't know, nothing too crazy. And I remember one year we're looking for our baskets, and we get our baskets, and my little brother has a PlayStation 2 in his basket. And I thought, since when does the Easter Bunny bring video game systems? Yeah. So, I mean, that was the one that stuck out, maybe not for positive reasons. I mean, at least I was able to play with him, but yeah, that stuck out.
Absolutely. Matt, what about you?
Well, I already mentioned my daughter being born almost 11 years ago on Easter. That was a fun Easter meal in a deserted hospital on Easter. But really, actually, it was funny Bob said that, thinking back, being nostalgic. My 1 year, and it was only 1 year, we actually got a Nintendo for Easter, and it was awesome. I still remember that. And we got Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt with the Nintendo. I remember that was so awesome. So I'm really dating myself, but I remember getting Nintendo in our Easter baskets, my brother and I. So yeah, that's a good one if we want to get nostalgic.
Absolutely. You can't go wrong with Mario and Duck Hunt. I remember playing those games. So I mean, we're not dating a lot of people on this episode, but I definitely remember those. I would say for me, one that really sticks out, is when got to do the first Easter with my son and my wife, getting to share the holiday with them in the morning with them, being the first one, in our house. That one really sticks out for me, just because it was the first one of many for us. So that one, that'll always stick out for me. I mean, when you're younger, you always see. You always remember all of those. I mean, I remember my parents laying out jelly beans, leading my sisters and I to our baskets around the house. Now I think about that, it's just like that was so much cleanup you guys had to do. Like you put out individual trails of jelly beans from our rooms to our baskets, and color coded. The girls get to follow the pink ones. I had to follow the blue ones, obviously. But like it was stuff like that. You remember stuff like that. But I mean, yeah, the one that really sticks out is the first one that I got to spend with my wife and my son. So that's the one for me. And we're gonna end the show on those nostalgic moments, talking about PlayStation 2s and Nintendos and jelly beans and Easter baskets and everything like that. Just good moments. And I hope everyone out there has a very happy Easter. It's filled with family, friends, and loved ones, and not a creepy giant Easter bunny walking around anywhere. But as always, that is going to do it for this week's episode of the Ride Home Rants podcast. As always, if you enjoyed the show, be a friend, tell a friend. If you didn't, tell them anyways. They might like it just because you didn't. That's going to do it for me, and I will see y'all next week. The Ride Home Rants podcast is brought to you by W Energy. Energy drinks made for gamers, streamers, and podcasters alike. For gamers, streamers, and podcasters alike. Go to the link in the description where you can find the best energy drinks out there. Less caffeine than a cup of coffee. Also, No jitters and no crash afterwards. Use the promo code Mike Bono and get yourself 10% off. Also, the Ride Home Rants podcast is brought to you by my favorite sponsor of the show, and that is Shankit Golf. Golf apparel made for the everyday golfer. We might not go out and shoot a 6 under par. We're probably going to shoot a 6 over par, but this is going to give us the gear that's going to help us rock it on and off of the course. Go to the link in the bio, use the promo code Mike Bono, and get yourself 10% off there as well.